those hands up and praise Him. Hallelujah. I'm here at a public taxi stand in Christensted trying to get to Fredericton, and we're waiting on a public taxi which costs $3. And I wouldn't have known all this, but can I ask you your name? What's your name? You could Iva. This is the beautiful Iva. She's from Dominican Republic. She spends half her time here and the other half in her home country. But she helped me figure out the bus, or not the bus system, but the taxi system, because the buses are all broken. And so now, of course, I was informed yesterday that in this country, in St. Croix, it doesn't pay to be in a hurry. Don't come to St. Croix, especially if you're relying on public transportation. If you're relying on public transportation, especially, don't be in a hurry. So I keep having to tell myself over and over and over again to not be in a hurry. But, you know, I have been here only 24 hours. I spent the night, Sunday night, in the airport here on St. Croix. And, I mean, that's no big deal for me. That's a bonus. The beaches are just okay. You know, it's just okay. I really wouldn't... I would have expected something a lot better, but I'm not complaining, but don't get me wrong. But the town, from just talking to a couple of the locals, is not as nice as St. Thomas. So I want to go to St. Thomas to see if that's the truth. And I was panning around a little bit, and you can see the town is pretty run down. So just at this random taxi stop, and you know, no big deal. I saw some kind of rundown areas in Hawaii, in Oahu. And then, you know, there's always a strong delineation between the super rich and then the poor. It doesn't seem to be a lot of middle class here. But, yeah, so at any rate, sleeping on the beach last night, about 5 a.m. it started raining. Now, fortunately, in the Lord's providence, I was sleeping on this big tin aluminum sheet of tin, like a big piece of plywood, but it was aluminum. And all I had to do is flip it over on top of me to shield from the rain. And it didn't rain that long, so it was no big deal. But at any rate, I mean, it's nice to be on the ocean, but like I say, the main reason I'm interested in checking this out is because in the winter time, especially since I live outdoors, the winter time I don't want to have to deal with the cold all the time. But next week or the next 10 days I'm going to be in San Diego, California, and it's a little chillier there, but I just want to check it out to see if I can deal with it. And also I have obviously I have a language barrier here. The main language spoken here is Spanish, and I can get by, but just barely. And most people here are bilingual, but you know, us dumb Americans, we usually can just speak one language. Speaking for myself. But at any rate, get those hands up and praise him. Oh!